I'm going to try to breathe more naturally this time instead of doing all my...
Sounds very natural and not at all like you might be dying.
Welcome to Namely 90s. Wow. The podcast that takes you back to the time before smartphones, Google, and Y2K. Join your hosts as they relive the pop culture that shaped a generation and the parts that many people wish they could forget. Listen in to the conversation about how the decade defined those who spent their childhood there and how it shaped them as adults. So, turn down the grunge and dial up the internet. Let's get started. It's time for Namely 90s.
All right, you are listening to Namely 90s. I'm Andrew. Over there is Brandon, as usual. And I want to say welcome to the show. We can be found online at namely90s.com or on Twitter at namely90s. That's with the 90S. And it's hard to believe, but this is episode 30 officially.
Yay! Officially,
I know,
technically we've done an extra. This is technically 31, but...
extra edition,
this
right?
Is number 30.
Episode 30. I didn't honestly think when we started this we would ever get to episode 30.
I'm surprised we got to 4, just given our track record. And I say ours, but I mean yours.
Oh, yeah. I do lose interest easily, but yet here we are.
Well, it's not that. You have a very busy life, and it's not always we're able to just hang out and get our schedules to work out.
No, but it's been great. And we started this thing in May, and now it's December of the longest year ever.
Mm-hmm. It really is it's been quite long.
Time is weird. Like time is weird though, in that this year has felt so long day to day, but now it's November, December. Well, we're recording this in November and it's December at the time of the airing. Yeah. Where did the year go? That's the weird thing. It's just strange.
No idea.
But anyway, so we find ourselves here in the second-ish week of December. Second-ish.
Oh, no, you're right. It's the first full week of December since last week's episode dropped on the 30th of November.
So, but I guess we're into it's December of 1993 that we're going to be talking about today. Did you have anything to add before we roll right into it?
No. I mean, congratulations to us for 30 episodes. It's amazing that we've been able to do it, and I think it's exciting that we're also going to like add like maybe an extra 12 episodes in between now and the end of the year, just because we're doing a Christmas special. If you guys don't remember me pleading for you to fill out our Google Forms all through November,
with guests.
With guests, we have at least a couple booked at the moment, and we'll see where exactly it goes from there. It's harder to book people than I thought, even though I am doing
when you're
it
a fledgling podcast like ours.
I know, right? We're finding some cool people in the industry or in our genre that we share similarities to, and it'll be fun to get their takes on things from the 90s as well.
We're going to have some fun and make some new friends along the way.
And of course, we're going to watch 12 episodes of good or possibly really terrible holiday television. So,
that's too great.
I'm
looking forward to the Christmas special. It's going to be fun because it's like there's just that void where your favorite podcasts aren't producing anything. Mm-hmm. So we're going to get it knocked out and then we can go on vacation. You guys can have something to listen to.
Exactly. I mean, and I do have something to add. Just yesterday, prior to recording, the podcast that's now gone that I took this idea from, the half-hour happy hour with Allison and Alex and I guess Maud Garrett as well. They have an announcement coming up, and everyone's speculating that they are going to do Drunksmith again.
Nice.
Yeah, so I will have something to listen to as well during the holiday lull, not just all of our listeners and people that are just finding the podcast now.
And we will be doing Sobersmas this year.
Yes. Well, seeing as you, one, it's snowing where you are, two, you drive to your recording location, and three, I never promised I'd be sober.
Let's put out an air mattress and no.
Oh, and the thing is, since we are distant, it's not going to be a straight drunksmas for us. We can't record together. We can't knock it out all in one day because our guests are across the country as well.
Yeah, because the problem then would be that like if we recorded 3 in one day, I'd have to like drink throughout those and then get to a certain level of drunkenness, and then before the next recording, like replicate that amount of drunkenness before we started.
Exactly.
By the end of it, my liver would just be like,
which I think would be fun personally, maybe.
Honestly, I drink like the occasional glass of red wine. College was 10 years ago, so
I don't think I've had a sip of alcohol since the 4th of July.
What?
Yeah.
Crazy.
Well, except I guess when I make ragu, I put in a splash of wine.
This is coming from the wine guy.
Yep, that's me.
Wow.
Hey, I got to say it because you talked over it. Yeah. Shall we go back to December 1993?
Absolutely. Let's do it.
Do enjoy that pregnant pause because I literally forgot where we were going. Let's take you back. On December 2nd, Pablo Escobar, Colombian drug lord, is shot dead by the police. On December 8th, Anna Sophia Robb is born. She's an actress best known for The Carrie Diaries, the CW show. I think it was CW show, prequel to Sex and the City, where she goes to New York as like a teenager or something, or 21-year-old. I don't know. It was set in the 80s. And she was also in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory reboot with Johnny Depp. I think she was the Blueberry Girl.
I saw that. That was a really strange movie.
Yeah, it wasn't great.
Well, it was also like we let our kids watch it, and it really was not age appropriate.
Yeah,
they were kind of scared of it.
Yeah, well, that one's more terrifying than I would say the 70s version, the one with Gene Wilder.
Yeah,
which is arguably the better. Not even arguably, it is the definitively better version.
Was it a Tim Burton movie?
Yes, it was.
It was like the one Tim Burton movie that I actually liked.
You liked it, really?
I actually did. I found it entertaining. I was a little surprised.
Seen the original version?
No.
You should watch the original version.
Okay. It's a little trippy.
It's not as terrible as...
But I feel like it didn't age well in a way.
I mean... Did either of them age well? Johnny Depp just got fired from Fantastic Beasts, you know?
Yeah, but there's some controversy over whether or not who's the victim. I mean, I think there's equally the victim in that case or something like that. I haven't looked into it, but there's some controversy there.
Okay.
I've heard there's some controversy there.
Yeah, that's true. That she beats back. I don't know.
Although now 4 weeks after that's actually a thing is when this is airing. So
well, I mean,
thing in the past.
They've been beating each other for quite some time. On December 10th.
Oh my gosh. And congratulations to Donald Trump or Joe Biden for winning. No, just kidding.
Yeah. No, we know Biden won. We just don't know how long it's being drawn out for.
Yeah, the question should be, has he admitted it yet? We'll see.
I would guess no, if it's only the first week of December. On December 10th, Doom is released for the PC.
Nice.
Yes. On December 16th, Shannon Doherty is fired from Beverly Hills 90210. I think the first in a long line of Shannon Doherty either being fired or leaving shows that she's the star of because of differences. On the 17th, Mega Man X is released for the Super NES. On the 18th, CBS loses the rights to broadcast the NFL football to Fox. And on the 20th, future President Trump, age 47, marries Marla Maples, age 30. We all know that one lasted.
Ouch.
Yeah. On the 21st, The Sign by Ace of Base is released. And finally, on the 22nd, Meghan Trainor is born. I believe she's a pop singer.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, are you censoring yourself now?
A little. No, she's different. I feel like the first song she came out with was just awful, but then actually some of the other stuff she came out with wasn't so bad.
I mean, pop hits are going to get to you one way or another.
What was the song she did? All about the bass or something?
Oh, is that? Yeah, that sounds right. I believe that was her.
I didn't like that one, but I feel like she's one of those people where her actual hits are kind of annoying, but may actually be a decent singer. Like Miley Cyrus is kind of like that.
I guess so. I mean, personally, I like Miley better than Meghan Trainor on both a musical and personal level.
Fair enough.
Yeah. In the box office, on the 10th, we have Sister Act 2, Back in the Habit, and Wayne's World 2. On the 15th, Schindler's List. On the 17th, Beethoven's Second, and What's Eating Gilbert Grape. Beethoven's Second, not in orchestra. It's the series about the dog Beethoven. I don't remember what kind of dog he is, but he's
Saint Bernard.
Saint Bernard, that's it.
I should know that.
He's a good boy. On the 22nd, Philadelphia. And then on the 25th, Batman Mask of the Phantasm, which is an animated movie, sequel to the animated series, I believe. And also on the 25th, we have Grumpy Old Men and Tombstone.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And finally, Billboard charts for the second week in December. Let's see. Well, actually, just for the month, number one for the month, we have I Do Anything for Love, But I Won't Do That by Meatloaf coming in from November for the first week. Followed by Again by Janet Jackson for 2 weeks. And then we end with Hero by Mariah Carey. Continuing on for the second week of December, we have the Meatloaf song going to number 2. Number 3 is All That She Wants by Ace of Base. Number 4 is Hero by Mariah Carey. Number 5 is Shoop by Salt and Peppa. Number 14 is Whoop, There It Is by Tag Team. And number 17 is Dream Lover by Mariah Carey. She's charting.
Yeah, wow. She's...
And finally, number 19 is Linger by the Cranberries.
Is that the one where they say, do you have to let it linger?
No, I'm pretty sure that's a different song.
Okay.
I'm kidding.
Okay. I always like to reference that song. It's funny. So you had mentioned Schindler's List, which...
wow.
Actually... No, we were watching Jeopardy. It came up as one of the clues, which then prompted me to just remember that we are recording this just after finding out that Alex Trebek has passed away at 80 years old, and I thought we should take a moment to discuss that.
Yeah, rip.
I know. It's like that was like the person. Like that's what I was worried about all year. You know.
That was the person you were worried about. You have a wife and 3 kids. And that was the person
you know what I mean? Like all these high-profile celebrities dying, and people are like, 2020 needs to end. And it's like, of course.
Sean Connery died the previous week. And actually, did you see that one where they had like the Sean Connery SNL version and Trebek, Will Ferrell as Alex Trebek?
What does he say? What does he say in that one?
Oh, I mean, he says a lot of different things.
No, but I thought there was a meme where like...
it was just these two meeting up in heaven. I don't remember. Yeah, you're right. I didn't... Yeah. I didn't come prepared.
But what I have to say is just that like Alex Trebek was just one of those people where he's just such a part of the fabric of culture. You know what I mean? Like it's Alex, it's Jeopardy. I mean, no one can speak in a more clear and measured way.
Definitely not me.
And just such a there's no controversy. He's just a cool guy, you know?
Yeah. Although I did I saw a tweet. Someone's like, LeVar Burton for Jeopardy. I think that would be a cool.
I think that'd be cool. I'm getting the sense that they're like.
Just going to end it.
I know. I'm getting the sense that they're going to do something with Ken Jennings, and I like Ken Jennings, but I don't think he's like the best for that.
He's not personable, and he's like a robot.
But they had him coming on like doing some of the clues, so I was kind of wondering if they were like exploring that a little bit. My wife had a really good idea, which I was like at first like no, and then I thought about it more. She actually mentioned Bryan Cranston, which I'd watch that. That would be sweet.
I don't think he would do that.
Yeah, I know, but he's got a good voice for it, you know. And he's actually read clues on there before for Breaking Bad categories, I think, and that was pretty good. There's been a lot of names thrown around. I don't know. It's hard. I mean, how do you live up to that?
I mean, Bryan Cranston did start out as a voice actor on the Power Rangers, so.
How about Mike Rowe? He was on QVC for a while.
No.
Okay. All right. Well, do you have any people you would tap for that role?
LeVar Burton.
Okay. No, that's a solid one. Anyone else?
No, I haven't really given it much thought because too soon.
Yeah, no, I know.
I'm going to take the moral superiority high road here and just say too soon.
No, it's just again,
just
the
like
point being,
who's going to be the next Black Panther? Too soon.
The point is, how can you live up to that? That's a tough one. That's
true.
Big shoes to fill, but I think someone can do it.
I mean, if Drew Carey took over for Bob Barker, we can find someone for Trebek.
Anyway, rest in peace, Trebek.
Yeah, a lot of people are saying rest in power these days.
Or RIP in peace, which makes me literally nuts. I can't believe that people. Anyway, it's the internet.
It's pronounced rip in peace. Come on. So I thought we should start by, since it's December again, talking about Christmas gifts of the year. The number one is the Talk Boy, which we talked about in a previous episode of the show, but just to remind us, it had a memorable turn in Home Alone 2, Lost New York, and then the demand for it led to the toy being manufactured in real life, and it became so popular that Hasbro had to pull ads for it because their supply couldn't keep up with the demand.
Wow. Was it made of toilet paper?
I mean, you could use it to wipe things. Oh, do you want my old Talk Boy, by the way?
Do I? For what?
Did you not just hear me say you could wipe things with it?
Oh, right. Children / myself. No,
it was a chocolate covered pretzel joke.
Okay.
Barbie dolls were big, which, wow, go figure. Action Man, who I have no idea. And Play-Doh were big gifts in that year, as well as the electronic Dream Phone board game. Do you remember this?
No, maybe.
I think you would remember the commercials. So my cousin had it. She's a little bit older than I, but it's let me read the ad for it. The back of the box. One of 24 incredible boys really likes you. Now you just have to find out who by calling his friends for clues. Play a boy's photo card and call his number on the electronic touch-tone phone. Listen to a clue about your secret admirer's clothes, sports, foods, or special hangouts.
This is the kind of thing my brother would have sent me when we were like teenagers as a joke.
Right. Then search the game board to identify who he is and who he isn't. Calls are private unless someone plays a speakerphone card, then everyone hears that clue. If it's a share a secret card, just you and one friend get to listen together. To guess who your secret admirer is, make a special call to that boy. If you hear him say, "You're right, I really like you," you win the game. The game changes every time you play. Boys give different clues, and the secret admirer changes too.
So things I find funny about that, among the obvious, American Dad did an episode on that.
I don't remember that episode, but it does.
There's literally
familiar.
A picture of one of the characters holding the
American
Dream Phone.
Yeah.
And then I turned on the TV the other day, and apparently they did a whole episode about Guy Fieri.
yes, I did see that. That's a newer one on TBS.
Like, I'm a big fan of Guy Fieri, actually. I love his one show, Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives. I'm not a huge fan of the other shows, but it was just kind of like I was dying. It was pretty funny.
Yeah. Yeah.
What was the thing you said about before the Dream Phone?
Play-Doh, Barbie, Action Man, Talkboy.
Oh, yeah, Play-Doh. By the way, Play-Doh, one of the leading causes of salt intoxication in children and dogs. It's high in sodium.
Oh, I didn't know that. Did you ever eat your Play-Doh?
I've tasted it. Yeah, it's pretty salty, especially homemade Play-Doh. Homemade Play-Doh is super salty.
Oh, thank you for that clip. Thank you for that clip.
No, I don't remember what I said.
You said, well, I'm not going to say it so that I don't have that clip. But
so the one thing, I'm looking at images at images.google, and I typed in electronic dream phone, and there's a picture of the electronic dream phone from a website called Pakistan Sex Chat on Mobile.blogspot.com, and the caption for that game, a picture of that game is free webcam chat, no sign up, dirty.
No.
The internet's a weird place. I don't know.
Oh, that's so wrong. Because it was like for preteen girls. It was like a board game for them. And
I don't think you're allowed to do that. Like make games like that anymore, are you?
I don't know. I mean, are you saying because it's like so gendered?
Yeah, I guess.
I feel like I've seen something for it recently, but it probably wouldn't sell. It probably doesn't sell as big because it's like directed towards one thing. But when I was looking this up, I like used copies of this board game were going for like $100 to $300, and I'm pretty sure this was under my cousin's bed when my aunt moved out of her last house. So I am curious where that ran off.
Which
to.
cousin?
My Janet.
Okay.
Yeah.
My favorite thing is the dreamy 90s haircuts. They're so great.
Oh yeah, like the wavy long hair.
They look like the pictures on the cards look like, when you go to the salon and you look at one of those like books of haircuts.
Yes.
That's exactly, because those are all from the 1990s. They look exactly like the pictures on the cards.
That's hilarious. Like the one haircut that I remember at Supercuts is exactly one of the cards in the game. I'm pretty sure.
Isn't there just an app for this now for slightly older girls and women?
You mean Tinder?
Yeah, that might be the one. I've never used it myself, obviously, given that I've been married since it's been out.
I mean, what you and your wife do in your personal time is up to you.
Yeah. So funny.
Yep. Speaking of funny, I thought I'd read the entire lyrics of The Sign by Ace of Base, because I'm upset that over the course of these 30 episodes, you still do not remember the song.
Wait, it's called who?
The Sign by Ace of Base. I got a new life. You would hardly recognize me. I'm so glad. How could a person like me care for you? Why do I bother when you're not the one for me? Is enough enough?
I know this song.
I saw the sign.
I didn't know the song.
Literally every time I've brought this song up.
Okay, I didn't recognize it by the name, but now that I'm reading the lyrics, I totally recognize this song.
I saw the sign and it opened up my eyes. I saw the sign. Life is demanding without understanding. I saw the sign and it opened up my eyes. I saw the sign. No one's going to drag you up to get into the light where you belong. But where do you belong?
I know it totally. Yeah.
Well, yeah. So it just took one Google search and finally.
Well, my problem is I don't know things by the name, but I immediately recognize the song.
Oh, okay.
Because I heard the songs back in the 90s, driving around in the car with my mom, probably, but like I don't. I just don't know the names.
Are you saying you saw it and it opened up your mind?
Well, because we were listening on Star 101.5, and they didn't always say the name of the song after they played it.
That's true.
In the morning.
Well, like back in the old radio days, you would play a 3-song set, and then you'd either say what the next song was, and then say what the last 2 songs were, or just say all 3 songs.
Yeah, those were the days. Yeah, they just play commercials.
Speaking of commercial, no.
It's funny you should mention a commercial.
Yeah, because how is that commercial, everyone? We're just building in spots where we can add plugs that we don't have.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. So, well, that takes away something. Or that takes away one of my segments, but all I have left are movies to talk about, which, since you talked about American Dad, we should probably talk about Family Guy in Philadelphia, even though I think you brought it up like a few episodes ago.
Well, no, I mean, it's just that one where it's like
Weenie and the butt.
Yes, Stewie. Well, eventually in the episode, Stewie and Brian get their own radio show, but yeah, it's like the whole that's Stewie, right? They're like, he's playing all sorts of wacky sounds, and Brian's finally getting into the idea of doing like a slapstick, like lowbrow radio show. And then Stewie tries to play a sound. It was supposed to be Food Fight, but instead he played like the entire Denzel Washington speech from Philadelphia. Oh my gosh, that was so funny.
Yeah. And it is like the entire like argument for Tom Hanks, you know.
Yeah. So I want to. What is the?
I've never actually seen Philadelphia, by the way, but I think it won some awards.
Oh yeah, I'm sure it was quite the movie. I wanted to say I was going to read it, but it's too long. Never mind.
I mean, go ahead, read it. Do your best, Denzel.
I don't know. I don't know where it starts, so that's the problem. And I don't think they read the whole thing.
Okay. Un momento, por favor.
Well, so where is it? It just kind of started in the middle is the problem. I think it starts at, and in their panic, they did what most of us would like to do with AIDS, which is to get it and everybody who has it as far away from us as possible. Now, the behavior of Andrew Beckett's employers may seem reasonable. It does to me. But no matter how you come to judge Charles Wheeler and his partners in ethical, moral, and inhuman terms, the fact of the matter is when they fired Andrew Beckett because he has AIDS, they broke the law. That was like in the middle of a Family Guy episode, and they're trying to play like Food Fight.
I swear to God, that was supposed to be Food Fight.
Just immediately dampens the mood. I really laughed at that one. Not the subject matter, which is of course very serious, but the fact that it went, anyway, that was good.
Speaking of bringing down the mood, I watched Eating Gilbert Grape on, I think it was our freshman retreat. We watched that. Which is just a really weird thing to make a bunch of 14-year-olds watch in a gym to fill time, like over a weekend of being stuck inside with each other. Because it's I want to say it's Kathy Bates as the mom, but I'm not sure. Leonardo DiCaprio's in it, I think, and then Johnny Depp is in it as well.
Oh, is he really?
Yes.
Well, I suppose it makes sense.
But also, this is just off the top of my head, so I'm going to Google it myself. Yeah, it's Leonardo DiCaprio, Johnny Depp, and sorry, that wasn't Kathy Bates. That was Darlene Cates. Also, Juliette Lewis is in it, and Mary Steenburgen, and John C. Reilly for some reason.
Oh.
But yeah, Leo plays I believe a mentally challenged child, and Johnny Depp's his older brother. I haven't seen this in over 15 years, so bear with me. But it was a touching movie, but I also just that. Why did you make us watch that?
Why? Yeah. That's weird for a freshman retreat,
right? I'm pretty sure
it's almost as bad as watching Gattaca in science class,
which I did do.
I know.
I also want to bring up Grumpy Old Men because I remember those movies fondly for some reason, but I haven't seen them in over 25 years, probably 20. Yeah.
Who is in those? Anyone we know?
Yes, but it's like the classic old duo, and one is, oh come on, he played. I want to say he played Richard Nixon. He was in the Dennis the Menace.
Let's just look it up.
Yeah, what's his name? Walter Matthau.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Jack Lemmon was the other one. And,
okay. Yeah. Yeah. Derek Hannah, other people.
And they had a Grumpy Old Men too. But
okay.
I didn't understand half of the humor at the time, I assume. And also was edited for television when I watched it, but
right.
I thought it was funny. I liked their bickering. It was like a real life, the two Muppets, Stafford and Waldorf or whatever their names are. The old arguing guys. It was basically that for an entire movie, except they
almost like us on the podcast.
Exactly. I mean, that's how I imagine you looking since we can't see each other right now. And then I don't know. That was a good. I think it was a good movie. Again, I haven't seen it over 25 years, but.
Yeah, I think you'll find that if you went back and watched it, it probably wasn't that good.
but I think I would get more of the jokes now.
True. Very true. Yeah. Like once I finally watched the Wizard of Oz, I really started to understand a lot of the Family Guy references.
Yes, but that's not the same thing.
No, I know. You just get the jokes but I'm just saying like that's more of an age thing as far as getting the level of humor.
Huh?
Well, you're saying like you get the jokes now because you're an adult, so you probably pick up on some of the implications they were making.
Right. Whereas the Wizard of Oz, since you saw it, you just now understand the references that were made.
Yeah, but it's like kids' movies. Like when you watch them as an adult, you pick up on some of the jokes that are in there for the parents.
That's true. Like the genitalia in the clouds in The Little Mermaid.
Didn't know about that.
What a joke.
Wow.
Or I think the priest has a boner or something.
Oh boy. Yeah.
What's a boner?
Yep. Oh my gosh.
And that's it for this week's edition of Namely 90s. Remember, you can find new episodes out every Monday. Find us on Twitter at Namely 90s with a 90s, or find our personal accounts at Beachwoody and at Namely Andrew and tell us what you want us to talk about on future episodes. You can also contact us through our website, namely90s.com. Please subscribe to us on Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Google Play, Spotify, YouTube, Mistletoe, Deezer, TuneIn, iHeartRadio, and wherever you get your podcasts at. And if you're on the Apple Podcast app, if you could just swipe up real quick and hit 5 stars for us, that would go a long way in making us more visible and helping us reach a wider audience. I'm Brandon, that's Andrew, we love you, and we will catch you next time.
Bye-bye.